Welcome back, guys, to MC Sports Media. It's your boy Ron, man. I'm back with another video. Woo! Things been heating up. Things have been heating up. And yes, I'm talking about the Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley fight, which is an outstanding card. There are some great fights under that card, but we're going to focus on the main event. Man, some things went down. Some things went down at the final press conference before the fight, which is this Sunday, August 29th. One of Jake Paul's cheerleaders, right? That's what they're calling them. Cheerleaders. One of the guys from Jake's team was mouthing, like having a verbal spar with Tyron Woodley's mother. Now, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. You telling me that adults do that? Look, it's a no-no to disrespect mom. You can't disrespect nobody's mother, man. People really get hurt when you disrespect the women in our lives. Tyron Woodley's mother has always been there, man. She reminds me of the great auntie, the auntie that was just cool. She cooked good food. She had everybody at the house. A praying mother. Everything that's so respected from all of us, from our mothers, our aunts, and the women that we love in our lives, just that nurturing, right? So she's always been at every Tyron Woodley's fight. She's always embraced him after his wins and his losses. Like I saw when he lost his belt to Kamaru Usman a few years ago. And that was kind of the end of Tyron's reign as the welterweight champion, because Usman's kept the belt since. And that happens, in the sport. The king always gets dethroned after his long reign. But there was something that was so beautiful and dope about. And let's be clear, man. Every time I talk about this fight, I always say Jake could win. But I've always been a Tyron Woodley's fan. I always rooted for him. I thought he could have been bigger in this sport because of what he was doing. He was fighting everybody. He was winning. He was beating guys up. He was just a great champion. Never had no issues outside of the ring. Just a stand-up, respectable guy, But he wasn't promoted like the Conor McGregor's, the Diaz, and I get it. Their style is different, how they promote their own fights. A lot of their promotion made sense for the UFC to get behind. But I think Tyron Woodley was just the silent killer. He didn't really talk too much. I mean, he'd go back and forth in press conferences and stuff like that. But I guess my point is, Tyron Woodley wasn't, promoted like he should be. And this opportunity he has now is great for him and his brand. But back to his mother, after the Kamaru Usman fight, she embraced Kamaru afterwards like a nurturing mother. She hugged him. Kamaru Usman got a little emotional after the fight because he knew what he had done. He worked hard. He took the belt from a great champion, and Tyron's mother embraced him after the fight and hugged him and kind of let him. It was a great embracing. So I don't know, and I get people promote fights, but you don't play with nobody's mother, man. So at the press conference, the final press conference, if you didn't know, one of Jake's team members, was going back and forth with his mother, and it got heated. Tyron lost his cool, which rightfully so. I understand. At the end of the day, we all are professional. We all have a role to play when we're promoting these fights. And the press conferences sometimes get out of hand, but never in the history of this has anybody's camp from either side disrespected someone's mother. So I was more like, I was more like, really? Now, what that did for Jake is that made it a little bit different. I still think that Tyron was already prepared to come in and display his gifts, and like I said, this gonna be a fight. We can think Jake Paul is just a YouTuber all he wants. I mean, it's a tough fight for Jake. I still think that it's going to be an entertaining fight. Tyron is expected to win, but I still wouldn't count Jake out. I mean, that guy can punch, man. He can hit. But after this press conference, I don't know, Jake. I think you probably put yourself in the middle of something that you probably not ready for. I'm sure after the press conference, he talked with his guys and had a real honest moment with them, like, yo, y'all crossed the line. Because even Jake, he said some things, though, that made me say, okay, when do you get out of trolling, right? Because he said something like, yeah, you talking to your mother. Like, yo, he got socked in the mouth then. You know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know, man. It definitely has made this fight more interesting. Because now it's some real, like before it was little back and forth, little things that kind of, like Tyron had enough motivation to want to go in here and kill this guy. But after the press conference, you don't talk about nobody's mother. Like, I feel like it's to the level of when Conor and Khabib was going at it. And Khabib was saying stuff. I mean, Conor was saying stuff about Khabib's wife, the whole bus incident. It's like that, man. When you disrespect somebody's mother, I'm not even talking about their wife, their mother, it's a tier higher than the wife because it's the person that birthed you, man, and that nurtured you. And you could tell he's very close to his mother. So this just made the flames get a little. It's an incinerator right now. It's on fire. So I'm excited, man. I think that probably for Jake, but Jake's crazy, man. He's a crazy motherfucker. Like that definitely made it Tyron's coming for blood. He trying to hurt you now, like for real. If he dies, he dies. Nah, we ain't gonna speak like that. And I'm joking, y'all. Don't go in the comments and go crazy. I'm just saying it's definitely going to be a very worthy match. It's probably the biggest thing that's happening right now in fights. I mean, Jake Paul, one thing you can say is he brings the attention to anything he does. And this fight may break some records because everybody wants to see it now, especially after that. The way Tyron, he let you know where he from. After that, he was like, man, I come from the gutter. Like, don't play with me. Don't get green light. Don't get green lighted. When he said that, I was like, ooh, Tyron ain't play. He want the smoke. You know what I'm saying? He told dude, I'll kill you here. I'll kill you. Right here, in front of everybody. That's a different thing, man. Now there's a little emotion involved. Emotions are great for a fight, I think. I'm no professional, but I think when you really want to hurt the person, really, when you really have a passion and a conviction, and oh man, on the 29th, there will be a judge, jury, and a conviction dealt. So you guys tune in. Tell me what you think, guys. But that's my time, man. I love you guys. I'm excited about this fight coming up. Yeah, man. August 29th. Tune in. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. Who you got?